My name's Mark McDonald, and today I want to talk to you about what, from my learnings from my successful corporate leadership career and business coaching career and Lean Six Sigma expertise, what I think are the 4 key things that will enable you to be successful in the business world in your career. Firstly is not just look after your career, make sure you look after all aspects of your life. So I'm talking about your business work, your business career, your personal development, be it work or outside of work. It's your health. You know, are you eating the right things? Are you doing enough exercise? Spirituality, is this important to you? Do you have you really decided what, and are you supporting that, and you're spending enough time on that sort of things? That's one particularly that's often overlooked, but you know, it's important to keep your personal development around that, to make sure you're comfortable. What a lot of people forget is when they focus on just one of those aspects, and they don't focus on all aspects. And I think that's the key thing, they're all interconnected. Because the key one there is your family. I missed that. There's your family. Your family life, your connections with your children, if you've got children, your partner, your husband, your wife, your extended family, and your friends. Are you spending enough time with them? Are you constantly still having good, healthy relationships? And let's use an example where you may not have healthy relationships going, but so how would that, outside of work, how would that affect your work career? People say, oh no, I can keep them distant, but you can't. It's human nature not to. We live a life, we don't live a business life and a home life, we live a life. So it's really important to recognise that as your first one, to make sure everything is interconnected. The second one I want to talk to today about is your focus. Your 100% focus. So when you do something, don't come home and do a half job on it, because the quality will just disappear. What I've always found is most effective is actually when you're going to do something, you are 100% focused on it and you stop thinking about other things. You do that, and that's all you're doing, and you'll find you'll do that a lot quicker and a lot higher quality because you're not getting distracted. Once you start getting distracted, and this doesn't mean people come to talk to you, this means your mind. If your mind starts to think about other things, what you're trying to do now will take longer and longer and longer, and the quality will disappear as well. Now, a lot of people, what they do in their business careers, they intermingle their work life and their business life, and so when they come home, they actually bring work home as well. So what happens there? You never get your chance to actually wind down from work. You frustrate people at home because you say, oh, well, I can't do that, I've just got to do a bit of work here, and then I'll go and do it. And you're only not focused on things enough, so you're not actually getting things done. So it's not a win-win for anyone, it's actually a lose-lose. And you start affecting your relationships. And it affects you because you don't actually have that time to wind down. So sometimes it's better to actually spend a bit longer at work and be 100% focused on something, then actually come home and actually bring work home. And the other side is when you focus on something, allocate time to work on that piece, and just focus on that. I think if you get a chance to try that, because you'll find that actually will help you deliver better outcomes and actually deliver a healthier and a more enjoyable lifestyle. What I'd like to discuss now is you to actually step back and think about, what is my life journey? Where do I want to be at the end of in my retirement, or in my end of my days? And what am I going to look back on my life when I'm on my deathbed? It sounds morbid, I know, but it's quite a good way to think about life. What are you going to be proud of? And what in your deathbed you can think about, I'm really proud of doing that. That was a highlight of my life. You know, I have a number of those, and I will look back and say that was a highlight. It was one of my highlights of my life. And we have highlights all the way through our careers. So think about what you would like to think is highlights. And life is a journey, and it's making sure that you actually are on your true north. You understand what your true north is. This is where I want to go, and start planning for it. Plan for what's the key things you want to deliver during that journey to your true north. And you know, it's not about saying, oh, this is it, I'm never going to divert from it. People's true norths do change, because people's lives change. You know, we all have changing lives all the time. But it's actually, once you've got a true north, you can actually better chance to actually drive your life towards what's really important. And then you start making your right commitments to and prioritising what you do and you don't do around what you achieve in your true north. Because a lot of people, they find they don't actually have a life plan. They don't have a plan on where they're going. They don't know what their true north is. So they actually just cruise through life. And then what we find is they haven't actually achieved a lot in their life. A lot of people's lives have been wasted a wee bit. And you look on your deathbed and you go, yeah, no, pretty cruisy life, it was good and that sort of stuff. But rather than go, hey, I was really proud of that. I was really proud I did that. And you know, things you can really proud to tell your grandchildren, so they can pass on in future generations what their grandfather was all about. So having a life journey just gives you some structure. It doesn't mean it doesn't change, but it gives you the structure and the true north for you to help prioritise what's really important. And the last one I want to discuss is you choosing your attitude, which I previously have discussed a bit on one of previous videos, in the sense of you get up in the morning, it's really important for you to choose your attitude, and don't let the attitude choose you. You know, you may wake up and go, oh, I'm frustrated and upset about something, but hey, you can't change that. See what you can take out of this, and look from a positive perspective rather than a negative. People want to be around positive people. It's human nature. They get drawn to people who are really positive. Get you to think about someone that's really important in your life and you see as a real leader, an inspirational person. Are they a negative person, or are they a positive person? Think about when you're in a conversation with someone and the conversation is, you walk away from that conversation really drained. You go, oh God, I'm so tired. Versus you walk away from the conversation really invigorated and excited. Think of the two different people you talk to. Actually could be the same person. They could be negative one day and positive the next day. Did you really want to be the person who's negative? Now turn that person around to be you. Try to live your life in a positive environment, because living in a negative environment, negative attitude, achieves nothing apart from frustration. Living in a positive environment, positive attitude, the world's your oyster. So when you wake up in the morning, choose your attitude. Throughout the day, choose your attitude. It's up to you to choose your attitude. So I hope you found those useful. 4 key things that I've always found useful in my career, and I hope you have as well. So I will talk to you soon. Thanks, bye.